King Charles will mark his first Trooping the Colour as sovereign this weekend, his first official birthday celebration. Taking place on June 17, 2023, the King will actually ring in his 75th birthday on November 14, but Trooping the Colour is a long-standing royal tradition designed to honour the monarch when the weather is more likely to be kind to the throngs of onlookers and participants. The spectacle will see regiments of the Household Division troop their colour on Horse Guards Parade, the annual RAF fly past and the royal family's iconic balcony appearance. Queen Elizabeth II attended Trooping the Colour every year of her 70-year reign, except in 1955 when the event was cancelled due to a national rail strike. However, one particularly dramatic turn of events at the ceremony in 1981 could have seen the then 32-year-old Prince Charles take over as king much sooner than expected. Most royal watchers will recall images of the Queen travelling down the Mall from London's Buckingham Palace by carriage as part of the Trooping the Colour procession. But in earlier years, the Queen rode her own horse. And one year, it became clear just how exposed she was on horseback. On June 13, 1981, the 55-year-old Queen Elizabeth II mounted her 19-year-old horse, Burmese, and headed down the Mall. In the crowds lining the streets, a 17-year-old named Marcus Sargent found a spot near the junction between the Mall and Horse Guards Avenue. When the Queen rode past, he fired 6 quick-blank rounds from his starting pistol directly at the Queen. The horse was startled by the sudden plunking sound, but the Queen managed to bring her under control, and neither was harmed. When Sargent was subdued by the Queen's security, he cried out, "I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be a somebody." After the frightening incident, it emerged that Sargent had far more sinister intentions. He had sent a letter to Buckingham Palace which read, "Your Majesty, don't go to the Trooping the Colour ceremony because there is an assassin set up to kill you, waiting just outside the palace." The letter arrived 3 days after the ceremony. In the run-up to the day, Sargent had tried to find live ammunition for his father's revolver, and had tried to get a gun license of his own, eventually settling for 2 blank-firing replica Colt Python revolvers, which he used for the attempt. In questioning, Sargent said he had been inspired by the assassination of John Lennon in December 1980, and the attempts on the lives of Ronald Reagan and Pope John Paul II. He was reported as saying he would like to be the first one to take a pot shot at the Queen, and police found notes he'd written which said, "I am going to stun and mystify the world. I will become the most famous teenager in the world." He pleaded guilty to treason, and Lord Lane, in sentencing him to 5 years imprisonment, said, "The public sense of outrage must be marked. You must be punished for the wicked thing you did." Sargent was found guilty of an offence under Section 2 of the Treason Act in that he willfully discharged at or near Her Majesty the Queen a gun with the intent to alarm or distress Her Majesty. Sargent was jailed for 5 years, becoming the first person since 1966 to be prosecuted under the Treason Act 1842. He spent most of his sentence at Grendon Psychiatric Prison in Buckinghamshire. He allegedly wrote to the Queen from prison to apologise for his actions, but never received a reply. He was released in October 1984 after serving 3 years. He changed his name and began a new life.